description, crossing the U.S.-Canadian border into Montana on a U.S. passport in December, using the name Thibeaux. Alessandra Thibeaux. And where is she now? On a hunch, I'm heading to a small town in southern Montana called Marietta, near Livingston. Town where her mother apparently got herself knocked up and gave birth before moving to Canada. Far as I can tell, her mother never married, never had a reported relationship with Allison's father after her birth, but there might be something there. I'll track down the birth father's identity and find out whether he's still in the area. It's the best lead we've got.
Thibeaux lifted the photograph again to study the woman. In 2 years, this was as close as they'd gotten to her. The end of the chase was close. He could almost taste it. And when it was over, his brother could rest in peace. She would pay for what she did to him, then he could get back to his life again. He had ambitions, after all, and they didn't end the day Mark died. She was his last loose thread. One tug on that thread could pull his whole future apart. And he had every intention of stopping her. He shoved the manila envelope back at Forrester.
Go find her. Fail me again, and your gravy train ends here. Got it? Yes, sir.
Forrester stood, tucked the envelope back in his pocket.
I'll be in touch.
Chapter 1. Please, look again. It has to be here. Ali Thibeaux braced her hands on the glass countertop of the pawn shop's display case, panic closing her throat. I'm only a day late. You can't have sold it already. She flattened out the pawn ticket against the glass and pointed to the number. 67930. Check again. Eben Baxter, the paunchy, middle-aged owner of Marietta's only pawn shop, scratched his chin.
I'm afraid it's gone, miss. I sold it myself just yesterday, and today. I'm real sorry. You should have come then, I guess.
I didn't have the money yesterday, but now I do. She tightened her arm around her purse, where the $1,000 in cash she'd managed to scrape together to pay off the loan lay tucked in her wallet. Suddenly, the smell of the place, the odor of discarded pull-out-of-the-attic stuff made her feel dizzy and nauseous. You don't understand. I need that camera. There's a job. I have to have it. But that camera meant more to her than that. Much more. She closed her eyes. Panic would not serve her. She had to stay calm.
If it's just a camera you need, we got a few decent ones here,
Baxter said, pointing to the case full of used digital cameras, none of which could hold a candle to the one she'd pawned.
Not as nice as that Hasselblad, but maybe one of these will suit you.
Was he joking? No! I need that one. It belonged to my... She caught herself and began again. Who bought it? At least tell me that. Baxter tucked in his chin.
We never betray a customer's confidence here, ma'am. If we did, we'd be out of business right quick. I will tell you that the individual who bought your camera had their eye on it for a couple of weeks and knew just when it would come up for sale. So, I'm sorry, but they had every right to buy it. Fair and square.
In her panic, Ali caught the gaze of the woman standing at the other end of the counter, cleaning the glass countertop, who looked away quickly. Oddly, she reminded Ali vaguely of Eugenia Parland, a woman who'd been her foster mother for the better part of her freshman year in high school. This sparrow of a woman had deep grooves around her mouth. She was brown-haired and dowdy, kicked a few times, Ali guessed, but probably stronger than she looked. Ali was familiar with the haunted look owned by so many women she'd known. Perhaps she'd only imagined her sympathetic look, or maybe it was simple judgment. Pathetic was probably what she was thinking. The anthem of her youth,